A very, very warm good evening. Sorry that I start later than originally planned, but welcome to my channel, Arunfoot, here on YouTube for a watch-along of the AFC Challenge League encounter between Kolkata Giants East Bengal FC against Arkadag FK from Turkmenistan. Currently, it's East Bengal 0 and Arkadag 1. The guests from Turkmenistan scoring in the 10th minute, Gurbanov with the goal, and the Kolkata Giants are struggling in this encounter, if one is to be very, very honest. Not getting a hold of the game, and Arkadag showing once more technical capabilities, fluid play, and East Bengal trying to. I think that's the big thing for the Kolkata Giants, that they need to do something, need to create something from this encounter and need to be in this game. They need a goal. As always, as I like to say, a goal always helps. And for East Bengal, this is about trying to get something in this game, And, Musa Bhai from Playmaker India is saying this will be a long game. East Bengal is being outplayed. At least when has been playing games, Arkadag had a gap. See, XYZ. That's a foul. It is as it is. It's difficult for East Bengal. In this, if you concede in the 10th minute, your first aim has to be not to concede for yourself, and it's just at the moment it's just not good enough in my opinion. If you ask me, from the potential that the Kolkata Giants have or should have, and my hope was again keeping a 0 to build on it. But Arkadag, as I always say, with these teams from Central Asia, be it teams from Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyz Republic, even more from Uzbekistan, that such teams have a quality, and therefore Arkadag is full of Turkmenistan players. Team shows also where Turkmenistan is against Indian players. Guys, I remember 2021 on my birthday, I watched an AFC Under-23 Asian Cup in Kyrgyz Republic. We won it in the end on penalties. That was in Fujairah in the UAE, and to me, technically they were way ahead of us. And this is something which is a reality. We need to wake up to realities. I think that's the main thing, that these kind of matches should be highlight that where we stand or where we don't stand. So bad performance. West Bengal doesn't look like they're representing India. Mike, they are representing India. They are the cup winners of India. They're the cup holders at the moment. To me, very, very simply said, my concern has been now for the last 2-3 years that why are we technically so poor, and also the realities of why is that a problem? Turkmenistan team is not so good as much as we make them look like proper haram ball. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that they are playing to their strengths, and this is the standard of Indian football. People were saying we can take on Turkmenistan last year. XYZ, let people talk. This is my biggest lesson. Everyone, are these people in the know, in the understanding of what they're talking about? Do they understand what So no team at the moment is easy for us to take on, Yeah, East Bengal team which is featuring 5 foreigners. So it's just not purely an Indian team, right? And I think we need to realistically realize that what is the standard of the ISL? What was the error? Ask Subhash, and Mike says Gil caught sleeping 10 minutes. Yeah. Some of the Indian players past their prime in East Bengal are playing very bad. Mayank, I think past their prime is not the issue. Because normally when we talk about the ISL, the players who are past their prime are the ones who are performing, because the younger players are not performing. And you know, that's the point. That is the key one, right? Zero IQ players, Shovik must go for Cape. Akash, Shovik is one of the best in the ISL. Yeah, if he starts playing Cape, who's left to play ISL? Leave technique poor enough. We are technically non-existent. None of the players have any. Yeah, yeah. East Bengal players look unfit, struggling to run. Vintage East Bengal. No, this is a different level. It's a different kind of pressure also, right? I mean, think about what East Bengal was playing 3 days ago in the first half against BFC. So think about it, right? When I talk about international level football, which are the players who are capable of playing international football, this is the reality, you know? So, you know, the reality is that we don't want to accept reality, and that's the biggest problem. Why Gill is main goalkeeper kicking the ball directly to opponent's leg? Do you want to play Devjit? I mean, look at your options. Goalkeepers has become a big problem in Indian football season. The touches are so bad from Indian side. Yeah, look at the way they're trying to play. I think Mahesh is the only one where I'd say, you know, I've got some trust. Just look at the ball that Rakib just played. Just plays it simply out, right? Why are you playing that way? Play if you can't play it forward, keep the ball, play, keep it amongst themselves. You know, that is something which makes me angry, which makes me worried when I see these players. Last year we beat Kyrgyzstan 2-0. Some Kyrgyz fans were angry, but look at Kyrgyzstan now. We'll lose 4-0 to them. Yeah, we lost 2023 in Manipur, so should not forget that. But you know, this is the reality. Feel sad for East Bengal fans and Imami just wasting their money. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. This is how we will struggle against Maldives and Bangladesh. Write it down. I hope not, but it looks very disturbing. You know, and that's something which is there. Messi Boli now once with the ball. Let's see. That's the player that I only have him. Good shot. What was that? Foul given earlier. Arkadag. Yeah, there's a foul from Mahesh. Messi ball, yeah, Mahesh with a push foul, handball, all of it. 3 players are struggling to get the yeah, Akash. And finally, positive action is Bengal to Jackson playing out of position. Yeah, he's not playing out of position because he wants to, but he's being forced to play in that, right? That's also reality of East Bengal on paper has a good first 11, but a first 11, you will have injuries, you know. How they scored 2 against Argentina. Don't forget, at that time of the year, much hotter, much more humid in Kolkata. So those are also factors. Yeah. Diamantakos is a good player, but why is he looking so clueless when he has the... Is he still a good player? I mean, that question has to be asked with what all the antiques that Diamantakos has shown. So to me is, that's the question. I mean, I was just thinking the other day when looking at a player who's played in Germany for VfL, say from FC St. Pauli. You know, if I just look, what he did against BFC the other day, to me that is very, 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 very disturbing, and that is the least that I can say about this. Yeah, very concerning. Chance there. Cleared for another corner. So that's where we are at this moment, and it's very worrying to see, where East Bengal and Indian football seem to be standing at this moment. Something. Every time Messi takes the ball, someone is pushing it back. Yeah, gosh. Football is dead now. Just when we face slightly tougher quality, we crumble like nothing. Man, this is Turkmenistan team. Also with no foreigners, we can only play long ball, maybe a chance, and that should be a goal kick. That's why a few days ago I did that, with that short video where I asked Mr. Goenka, I don't look at Asia, rather develop a real football club. That's one of my point is. These entities are over 100 years old. I mean, just think about it. The club on the other side is 2 years old. It's going to enter its third season of existence. Of course, it is the club of the country and of the ruling family and whatever. Blah, 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 blah. With all history, pedigree, legacy, all of those things are nice to have, but all of that is of no value. The performance of today, the performance of tomorrow counts, It's clueless. Manchester's trying to do something while opponent's half. Salis looks unfit. Yeah, Mike. I mean, that is something, it's a problem. Don't mistake Arunava. Mona will also struggle like this. They're nothing special. Couldn't bear them. That's what I'm saying. That all this talk. I mean, I'm just figure this scenario. Mohun Bagan next season are in the same group as Al Nassr. For football fans, great story. Cristiano Ronaldo to Kolkata, like the whole Neymar hype around the AFC Champions League match between Mumbai City and Al Hilal at the time. But my question would be, is like, if they take it seriously, how badly could an Indian team lose? That's my concern at the moment, right? So yeah, it is. It's very, very disturbing to say the least. And if I look at the East Bengal bench, I don't see anyone where I'd say, that player is going to come in and make a difference. And if I see the face of Rafael Messi Boli, who had given me some hope in the last few weeks at East Bengal that they might be able to pull off something, looks difficult. That's why I said, to me, it's a 50-50 game, but a lot of things have to work in East Bengal's favor. And what I said, also what I said about East Bengal is, people were talking in the last 2-3 days, people were talking about AFC Challenge. I don't know how people came to that. FC Goa was looking for Diamantacos, but later went for Sadiq because he's going to give him a better offer. FC Goa season saved. Mayank, you could see it that way, but even Sadiqo started off very well, but now Ika Guruchena is the main man. So can be seen like this, can be seen like that. Man will never ever get even to touch the ball against Al Nassr. Mohun Bagan last position of the ball if they win the toss. Yeah, again, football doesn't work like that. But again, my concern is that, and it's the only good thing is that East Bengal are just one goal behind in the 43rd minute. That's a good ball in. Got it onto the goal. Akmem, Medov, not offside. And if he had got it on goal, he would have gotten the ball past Prabsukan. His first post properly. Oh, that seems to be a card for a foul on Diamantakos. Hojaev. Let's see. No. It's not even a foul. It's Diamantakos runs into the man and makes the most out of it. Oh, God. Now, I think East Bengal is one of the worst clubs to represent in us. No hope. At the moment, yeah. And let's see. But football is a crazy sport. Let's see what happens. Free kick, East Bengal. Crespo. Still. Counter-attacking move for Arkadag. Put out to the striker. That's a goal. That's not a goal. Uppala. Saved. Chance for a counter-attack. Is it a goal? No, it wasn't, at least to me. With last few seconds of the first. Even the foreigners in East Bengal don't look better than the Turkmenistan team homegrown players. Yeah, I think that would be, that should worry you, right? We celebrate these foreigners, we celebrate these players, and almost 2-0, as you say. This shows how far behind Indian players are. We touched the bottom? I don't know if we've touched the bottom, XYZ, because at the moment, what is coming through the youth system in India is even worse. Oh, chance for Messi Boli, and nothing. XYZ, I don't want to go into that point, but I feel we can go even further down the road. And if you ask me, that would be my concern if I look at all of this. How bad is it? It's very bad. It's very, very bad, and that doesn't even actually is helping a little bit on. Yeah, almost 2-0. Yeah, very, very bad. East Bengal players miss it. Diamantakos wants the penalty. Seriously? Asian referee. Arkadag जीतेगा तो Guardiola. I think as an Indian football fan, and I call on every Indian football fan, it doesn't matter which club you support, but whenever an Indian club is playing, they should be supporting. Even Mohun Bagan fans should be today fans of East Bengal FC. Halftime with East Bengal 0, Arkadag 1. So that's my Guardiola for me. The opponent is winning. Not done for me. Mike says General Mona was worse in AFC Cup. Mohun Bagan is even worse in the ACL too, right? They didn't even turn up. So again, because they knew if they traveled to Tractor, Mohun Bagan would have been whacked. That's the reality of our standard, right? The realities of how good or how bad we are at the moment, and we are, yeah. Let's live in a small little Indian football bubble, or let's live in the small little Kolkata football bubble, because the reality is we are nowhere near the competition in Asia. So if East Bengal doesn't get a lead of 2-3 goals at home, then yeah. Notes to myself, they're not. And the first thing is I think not to lose the game. I think now the danger is if Arkadag does put itself a little bit together, Arkadag could destroy them, right? So that would be my concern. That would be my worry at the moment. That if I look at this game, that East Bengal needs to survive at the moment, and that's the tricky part. That is the very, very tricky part. Yeah. Messi, Roshan, Arkadag could have also scored of their chances, so therefore, let's take the 0-1 into the break. Since when East Bengal is in India, West Bengal is in India. Guardiola doesn't make it better. Doesn't make it better, what you're saying. Third-class gameplay by East Bengal. Was that goal deflected towards Gill? I would have said so. Let's see. I want to see the replay properly. I watched it with one corner of an eye when it happened. Yeah, very, very disappointing to say the least. I would have hoped that that we get to see the East BFC and that they can create something, do something. But at the moment, I don't know. Do you guys see any hope in this? In this game, in this match, that East Bengal can take something and has something to fight for next week in Turkey and get a result. Let me know, guys, what you think. But to me, it's an uphill task. It's an uphill task to avoid loss today. That's going to be the first question. And then take something to the on next Wednesday as they start showing the highlights of this game. Yeah, very, very, very. I have to say, very, very disappointed. I said, do you think my favorite team has dominated the game so far, Mr. Fafo? If Arkadag is your favorite team, that team is dominating the match. If your team is East Bengal, yeah, then nothing to say, nothing much to talk about, and this comes on on days where in Asian football we've had some. I mean, look at yesterday, that Paktakor beat Al Hilal 1-0 at home, of course, in very, very cold conditions. And therefore those are the interesting parts, right? So if I look at the Challenge League, I'm just looking at the moment, yeah, it's very I find it very, very disappointing, to say the least. And I don't know what you guys think, but to me, that is something that has to be thought about, spoken about. Yeah. How did this team win the Super Cup? Pranjal, the Super Cup in India at the time, East Bengal was one of a few teams, that, yeah, it shows the standard of our league. Verna, pay to watch the team I support loses. Yeah, Hannibal, that does happen. Mahesh is taking too Messi goalie at times. Rishabh, the problem is that these guys do that way in the ISL. It works for them in the ISL. This is, I think, the main thing for them. That the difficulty is that what works for you in the ISL doesn't work for you at continental level, right? That's I think the thing that one can see from a game like East Bengal likes to play, wants to play, so that's the thing. So if East Bengal doesn't get a lead of 2-3 goals at home, then it will be a nightmare for them in a way. Listen, they're not. Do you see East Bengal scoring at all? Right, so they have to turn this around, and this is, we're still talking Challenge League, right? We're not talking about ACL 2, or we're not talking about ACL Elite. We're talking about the third tier of Asian club football. East Bengal did get to the knockout stages, and if one is honest, that Nejme match, was very good. So therefore, Arkadag is not even that great. Still, they are leaving. Second chance was almost in, only to attack with them, and they almost scored 2. This how bad East Bengal are. Didn't provide. Yeah. See, RRC game. I don't want to play Arkadag mid-season. Let's put it this way, right? It's better to play them now. It should be an advantage to East Bengal, but it's not. I think if Mohun Bagan brings 6 high-profile foreigners, let's assume Messi, Ronaldo, and his other 5 or 6 Indian player will lose the match there. See, Sambo, nice idea because Messi and Ronaldo are not going to come, right? So we're not even talking about the A-listers in the world who are going to come to play in India and in the ISL or for an Indian. Because if you look at the salary that Cristiano Ronaldo is earning at Al Nassr, right? And if you look at the salaries that even the highest paid players are getting at the moment at Mohun Bagan, it's a world of a difference. And that is sadly the reality of where we stand, right? And it's a big problem. It's a big problem, right? East Bengal has the least amount of players in the national team. When they won, most of the other teams could be seen like that. Could be also seen like that East Bengal, I again say East Bengal had 6 foreigners at their disposal. Odisha had 6 foreigners at their disposal. The other teams also didn't have all their foreigners. So that was another reason. So look, if they play an Arsenal, you think it will finish mid-table or higher up? I think higher up. ISL level exposed today. That's why Mohun Bagan keeps winning. Yeah. I mean, even Mohun Bagan hasn't played that great football. I would say this is the weakness of the other teams, which has made Mohun Bagan champions, I would say, right? If we added all of this up, that's currently the reality of where we stand, right? Where we stand with our football and these kind of matches give you a real reality check of where do we stand to be, where do we need to be, right? And we're nowhere near where we would like to be with our football because we aren't as good, right? So therefore, these are brutal reality checks left, right, and center, and it's not a nice. Please don't talk about big names in Mohun Bagan. The electricity bills skyrocket. Yeah, Mr. Fafo. Those big time players that are needed to be playing at continental level, I think you wouldn't be able to pay your electricity bills if you. FC Goa win the Super Cups because if somehow Odisha qualifies and wins, we'll be screwed again. Ranchal, it doesn't make a difference who's playing. I think that's the that's the reality. So can't even beat a team from Turkmenistan for 10 years of heavy investment in the ISL. Abdullah, it's not heavy investment. I mean, for Indian standards, we would say that there's been a lot of money spent. But if you look, but at the international level, it's not that much of spend. That's the reality. And if you don't work on your grassroots and youth, if you don't work on the overall development of football, just do focus on your first teams, this is going to be the outcome. This is the outcome of Indian football. These kind of matches makes Indian fans not want to watch any Indian football content or games. I hope you understand, Arunava. XYZ, if I say that, right? I watch as much as I can. You have to watch this. Don't come and tell me you like to watch Premier League or La Liga or Champions League or blah, 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 blah. Right? That's reality. That's why I go and watch lower level German football. I'm not going to watch it because of the quality, because you're attached to the. You've just explained what to me are, at the end of the day, glory hunters, right? And but these are realities, and I know these realities. I've said that these are realities. If you or anyone else likes it or not, this is where we stand at this moment. This is where Indian football is, where we are stuck. This is, if I like it, you like it, anybody else likes it. This is where Indian football is. As I said yesterday, my hope, my wish was East Bengal can do something. But if I'm honest with you or anybody, but this is the reality. And still it is just one goal. So for me, it is still, something is still possible. Something is still possible, even with this terrible gameplay, because it's just 1-0 goal down. That is wide open. East Bengal players are struggling. Yeah, of course, they're struggling. But I don't think that the defense line is wide open. God save us in AFC qualifiers. Let's see what happens. Let's wait and see what happens. By the way, the Odisha leading away in Jamshedpur. Yes, there is also an ISL game which kicked off half an hour ago, and it is Jamshedpur 0, Odisha 1. Interesting to see. Of Hugo Bumus. So that is also happening out there. Yes, that would mean Odisha would move to 33 points, right? So therefore, that would put pressure on Mumbai City. Let's wait and see what happens there. But again, Jamshedpur play to finish third in the league. So therefore, that's also something to play for in the Indian Super League this season. Yes, that's it. So looking at the table, if it would stay the way it is, Jamshedpur would have 38 points as BFC, but a much worse goal difference. But head-to-head would count, right? Northeast 35. And then Odisha would jump to 33 points as Mumbai City have to and get an additional point to finish at least sixth and get somehow into the playoffs. So that's where that situation stands at the moment, right? This is opinion of most of Indian football fans and I wholly support the international football team and its soul, not the current team players. I don't support them. That's fine, you know. You know. To me, I think that's a very, very normal thing for you to me. Yeah. Bell treatment Bosca at halftime, hopefully some intent in the second half. Man, those days are also gone. Bell treatment and all that kind of stuff. If you think that makes any difference, so therefore try and get into the head of the players. I think that's the main thing. Get into the head of the players and try to get into the soul of the players to try and, this is not something, knowing Oscar Little, yes, he could shout a little bit here and there, but for him, the most important thing is to try and get into the heads. Odisha playing well, says Bangladesh winning 2 games in Sudan, top of AFCON World Cup qualifiers and Altai Club, while they're doing their 2-week camp in Saudi Arabia. Okay. People crying in the comments without knowing reality. People really think we would smack them without a proper development. God help these people, says Renal. Selection of third, fourth division players in the home country. All ISL clubs must have proper youth academies, spend more on youth academies. Yeah, Bobby, but who are you going to try and convince? So why don't you do a series of real culprits of Indian football? Series like Vice expose the rots in the system. Yeah. I don't know if it would change anything. What is the score? Orithro, East Bengal 0 and Arkadag FK with the goal. So that's the result. Hi Blue, who's the better team? As Ritro Arkadag impressed, says Blue. Mr. Favos Oscars always doing joggers, no belt. He seems better than Altin, but why is he so toothless? Yeah. Um, yeah, why are they toothless? Because is that the quality at the end of the day of East Bengal FC? That is, I guess, the question that we need to ask ourselves or answer ourselves also. But this is, yeah, very, very poor from the Kolkata Giants. And yeah, they're trying to build up from the back, trying to combine, thinking about and, looking at options. And the ball is always, Altin Asira doing the basics right. People are discussed to see we get flagged for Bangladesh. XYZ, we're playing the Maldives on the 19th. We're playing Bangladesh on the 25th. Bangladesh playing against strong Sudan. You said looking at our opponents, we should play Maldives at Bangla, playing very strong opposition. Are we missing something? XYZ, Sudan is training over there, and therefore that's possible, right? It is to me, playing Sudan before playing India is nice for them, yeah, but it's not going to be an official friendly per se also. And yeah, and chance they protect keeper spills it, but has it in the second attempt. Turkmenistan teams are really bad teams to fumble when playing against them. They're good with their basics, the point is, their quality sides. They focus on the basics, do that right, mentality and technical ability. That's the combination of this. Good night, sir. Time to watch some cricket, says Mr. Fafo. I expected East Bengal all out. I don't think away leg will be easier, rather than much harder. Blue, without a positive result today, I don't think that East Bengal going to Turkmenistan and turning things around. To be very, very honest with you, I don't think that is realistically possible given the current scenario of things. I think East Bengal, if they have any chance of progression to the semi-finals, they will have to win today. So that's the reality. Guys, please like the stream. This deserves much more likes. Thanks a lot. Counter-attacking chance, meanwhile, for Odisha. Hugo Bumos, and he makes it 2-0 for Odisha FC. 37, meanwhile, against Jamshedpur FC. So that keeps them alive in the ISL playoff race. Meanwhile, free kick for Arkadag. And the scenes in Odisha FC owners are not talking with Lobera and vice versa. Mike, there's a lot of rumors. Nobody is really confirming, what really happened. But there's been some problems with Lobera and with players, it looks like, but I don't know what about the future of the club and the entity, if they're going to stay in Odisha or might move somewhere else. So very interesting to know. Want to know how East Bengal beat Nechme? It hits me very simply. East Bengal were on a run at that time in that tournament in Bhutan. Nechme, they could win the game, and East Bengal actually scored off a penalty. So that's the reality of the story. East Bengal should have sealed the game in the first half an hour, but then threw it away in the second half. And yeah, that's the reality. In first half, I think only Messi was putting efforts, and Yuste was pathetic. I don't know if whole defensive line. I think the whole team can be questioned. Efforts, I think even Mahesh was putting in his effort, but it's not good enough. No? At the moment, this team is not good enough with whatever it's playing. That's the reality. East Bengal combined, missed the ball. Rakib. Yeah, it's focusing on the basics, and while it's Jamshedpur. Interesting that Jamshedpur is getting outplayed out there. East Bengal combining on the left. Chungunga, Yuste. Nasir. And that is offside, yeah. That would have been a great pass if the player had just waited for that through ball. East Bengal lucky there to get away. Good opportunity meanwhile in Jamshedpur for the home side. Against Israeli missiles, they had all good players gone, no practice, no coach, they were in worse shape. Yeah, Mr. Fafo, very, very true at the time. To me, is also the body language of East Bengal FC. You know, it's very, very negative. You know, it's not trying to, it's not giving me the confidence. That should be something that they can't have to change. Rakib with a long keeper comes out and collects it. And that's a worrying sign to me. That's a very, very worrying sign to me. You know, in such a game that East Bengal FC is not able to, get something out of it. Long ball 4. And Prabsukan off his line, did he? Nah. The striker says handball from the keeper. In the play on, but in some altercation. See that situation. Prabsukan. Oh, yes, that's a handball and that's a red card. Referee missed it. Seems like have simple plan. Yeah, play the long ball and try and hope. I mean, that's an interesting. Altin Nasir also used that against East Bengal. But Prabsukan Gill, very, very lucky not to be sent off for off the field. Even Bashundara Kings were in terrible shape. They had no practice game, hardly few practice on this. Team was literally less than half of previous year's budget. Yeah. Lucer's lucky escape, very, very lucky. And this is simple thing that I've been saying again and again. You know, East Bengal has been complaining about referees and all. No, sometimes you're lucky with your decisions. Good ball. There. Maybe chance, Mahesh. Sal Crespo. Sal Crespo to me doesn't look fit. Not at all. Not good enough. East Bengal has to fully go out and try and get something. Long throw in. Arkadag can't keep it in. Throw in East Bengal. Yeah, this is disappointing to say the least. '56th minute. Very, very, very disappointing from the Kolkata Giants so far. wants to do. Yeah. I hope they want to score. That would be good. Blue, that is what I would say, but I get it now to the wide position. Chununga is going to try and cross it. Arkadag will try and clear. Long ball forward. Jackson, mistake. Rakip. Arkadag, long ball forward. Hector Yuste. East Bengal on the right. Ball into the box, cleared by the defender. Arkadag keeps the ball. Lovely piece of skill. And the goal scorer. Foul from Hector Eustace as the ref. Gets the ball, but also the man. Oscar-winning actor we've got here. Whom? Rishabh. Whom do you mean? Kurbanov. No. I think he hit him. Why is he acting? I don't think he's acting. Hector Eustace gets the ball and then gets the man. To East Bengal. Yeah. Lot to work on. Good to hear. Welcome as a new subscriber. Shungita Live. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, gets the man clearly. That's, if he doesn't get the ball, we have to talk about another color. Sadly. And meanwhile, in Jamshedpur, somehow or the other don't get the ball into the goal. Now a chance for a counter-attack for East Bengal, but foul given. Welcome to the channel. As it was a push. And those free kicks, yeah, maybe kind of gets up, hoops little and gets wrong. Yeah, but chance there for Arkadag! Hits the crossbar. Hits the crossbar. Very similar with the alternate game. Yeah, very weird, huh? Like these Central Asian sides are something that for us is something which Indian teams somehow can't have their problems with Central Asian sides. And meanwhile, Odisha FC survive once more. So let the ball go out. Now Richard Sellis getting involved. Yeah, and which East Bengal are committing, as if I didn't do something. Richard Sellis especially knows what he's done. But again, a lot of these players don't know what fair play these days is. East Bengal keeping the ball amongst their own lines. Yuste chips it forward. Oh, Messi Boli has the ball. Diamantakos. Oh, no, sorry, Sal Crespo. Throwing East Bengal on the left. Any idea what FC go? They've got a process to try and find a coach. That started, but nothing final yet. East Bengal with the ball. Lachungnunga sort out his legs first. East Bengal lose the ball. Altina counter attack. Doesn't work. East Bengal with the ball. Messi Boli. Nakib. Shovik into the box. Cleared by Altinas here. Only as far as Mahesh. Mahesh Diamantakos. It's never a foul. Altinas here with the ball. And they can't keep the ball. Chununga with the throw in. Victor Yuste. La Chununga. And even in such a game and even in such complicated has the better opportunities, and that's the foul advantage given. Diamantakos at least earns a corner in this instance. Meanwhile, in Jamshedpur, it's the host, Jamshedpur FC 0, Odisha FC 2. So that would keep their playoff hopes alive, because they would move to the same number of points as Mumbai City. Mumbai City have played 2 matches less. East Bengal, meanwhile, attacking. Sal Crespo puts it to Mahesh. Mahesh with some trickery and at least earns another corner. Diamantakos today is playing like Lukaku's touch is like a trampoline. Yeah. And 64 minutes played. Messi Boli trying his best, but trappage banding on his left arm. What can East Bengal do? They have to do something to change this. This is just not good enough. What can the coach do? That's even the trust in his goalkeeper now. East Bengal building up. Shovik. Jackson gets into trouble and saved by the referee. Just 1 second. I'll just get up. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry. To drink. It's Arkadag with substitutions after 67 minutes. Will score, mark my words. I don't know. I hope for East Bengal he does, because at the moment he's not good. From where am I from? Yeah, my roots are from Bengal. I'm currently based in Germany. When will zero Lelouch, I guess is what it is. That's a good question, right? Looks tough for me. Very, very disappointing to say the least what East Bengal has been playing so far. Just not good enough. As Nakib wins a throw in. Long ball forward. Arkadag clears for another throw in for East Bengal FC. Nearly 69 minutes now played. Messi Boli loses the ball. Yeah, counter-attacking move from the team from Turkmenistan. Is that offside? No, it's not. Tries to beat his marker. That should be a foul for East Bengal on Richard Sellis. Makes it look more than it is. Let's see what happened. Yeah. Venezuelan. Sal Crespo. Lal Chungnunga. Apni Bangla Bojen. Yes, Ami Bangla Buji. Yes, I do. East Bengal still. Diamantakos with the ball. Ish into the box. To Diamantakos. And this should be a goal. Ooh. Ping pong in the Alti Nasir box. Congratulations for that, for your subscribers. What is top 6? Most probably, yes. Maybe not even top 6, maybe even better. Why Arkadag don't recruit foreigners, I think. Maybe due to the political situation in the country, that foreigners don't really go and play there. Turkmenistan, relatively secluded country. Arkadag should be a foul, yeah. Yeah, so that would be my logic. Foul from Vishnu has come on board. It's poor gameplay. There's no thought, idea behind this gameplay today from East Bengal. Arkadag are just doing the basics, right? That's the thing. Foreigners, no, they don't. They're all born Turkmens as far as I know. I guess Aden had 2 Russians as foreigners. Yeah, but Russians as foreigners in Central Asia is always a big thing to say. Most probably they have some sort of roots or links into Central Asia, therefore, you know. So let's wait and see what happens. East Bengal in attack on the right. Crespo looking for a player. Altin Nasira would say Arkadag clears for a throw in to the Giants, who have the ball again. That should be a foul. East Bengal keep the ball. Referee, let's play, move on. I could just clear long. Perhaps open. Just as enough. Ball played to the left. Was just not getting through into the dangerous positions. Nachunga takes an attempt on goal, blocked. And that's, what was that? Vishnu? It's never going to go around goal. Sir, are they physics better than us? What about the national world rank? I don't physicality they're better than us. They are much better than us. I think that's the big difference. Typical Russian school of football, technically very good, solid players. They've got, some of the players have got height on their side, others don't, but they do the basics right? And to be better than the Indian players, not on the same level. We used to not know that. Pranjal, I don't think it's an East Bengal problem. It's some of these foreigners, when put to the test at continental level, I think most of them falter. I think that's the brutal reality of currently is, right? We are not as good as we would like to be. That's the reality, right? So if you want to talk about the foreigners at East Bengal, I think we can talk about all the foreigners, not all, but most of the foreigners. Are you an East Bengal fan? Myself nowadays, an East Bengal fan would be maybe too much. Rather an East Bengal sympathizer, surely. But yeah, as someone, if you would read up a little bit about me and my history, I've been involved with other teams, so my allegiance are more to those. Arkadag seems like a better Jamshedpur. Blue, they seem to be like that, but I think they're playing today pragmatic football. It's a country, it's a ground that they've never played in. I think that's going to be at the back of their minds. First official match of the season. This is also not to be forgotten. So I think they're focusing on the basics. Therefore, these are realities, and therefore, I think they're focusing. And if they, if they do their things right, they're gonna come. If they don't mess it up, they're gonna come through this and have a huge advantage. Vishnu competing with Yuvraj Singh, guys. I've said Vishnu at international level is not a player. Sorry that I trust. If I look at East Bengal and our Indians, then it has to be Mahesh. Is the only one. A little bit I can at least say, right? Second left will be tough. second leg will be very tough. If East Bengal don't get a draw, then it's going to be, a lot to expect from them, right? So that's also the reality. And the defenders are also defending and trying to sort their things out. 77 plus minutes. It's just disappointing. It's just very, very disappointing. And you can see in the face of Oscar Bruzon that he's thinking in his head, what can I do? What can I change? And he does. Is Clayton Silva fit enough to maybe put in for the last 10 minutes? Is that the change that you need? Arkadag, Hector Eustace wins the ball. Messi Boli. Keep it in. Throw in. Why Anwar so injury prone? Ogni, I don't have an answer to that, to be very honest. Counter-attacking chance. For Arkadag, ball comes across, but to the keeper. Prabsukan saves Vishnu. Yeah. And that's a foul. That should be a card. Let's see. Ogni, I don't have an answer to that. If you ask me, yeah. Yellow card for David for Diamantakos. And that shows me the ignorance of fans who don't know how good or how bad it is. I mean, just what to matter. I've said what I've said over these things so many times, and again, Balakov with the that's something. I was referring today. Overall fine, but Prabsuk and Gill should have been sent off. So on that front, or sorry, if I look at the I-League rules, it's only a yellow card, right? If you touch the ball outside the box, yeah. Otherwise, okay. Sal Crespo on the left to Chungnunga into the box. That's a good cross. Good one-handed palm by the keeper. Cleared by Arkadag. Jackson. Yuste. Crespo has the ball back from Jackson. Tries to play through only to an Arkadag player. Arkadag trying to counter-attack. Yuste. Well done from Yuste. And LG T14 Smart Canada. I'm not fan of as apps. I don't know what your system you're using, but normally, yes. How many minutes left? 9 minutes plus X. Kalakota dekhte parbo. You have to watch it on fan code. Which word comes to your mind when you hear Bengali? I don't know what. Kharab khela. I don't know what comes to my mind when I think about Bengali. Arkadag. Chance to counter-attack. But East Bengal holding the line at the back. That's the only saving grace. This would have been, could have been a disaster. Arkadag again, win the ball back. That's a nice attempt. Off his line. Vishnu. Bad. Arkadag clear. Crespo Yuste. Chip forward. Intercepted by Arkadag, who now go under the counter-attacking move. All the way, a little selfish. Foul. And again, one of their players goes down. And now Clayton Silver's coming on. Podium Tokos. Can the Brazilian make a difference? Meanwhile, after 50 minutes, Odisha FC still leading 2-0 at Jamshedpur. Messi Boli. Terrible ball. This might be the chance now for Arkadag to break. Too close to the keeper. Where is Oscar's highline counter-attacking gameplay? I think this team at the moment is unable to do that, Blue. Would be my logic if you ask me. Not able to do it. And, Arkadag able to clear their lines again and again. With the use there. Rapsukan. Well done. Nice clearance. Ball back with Arkadag. Building up from the left. That side from Turkmenistan. Arkadag FK. Keep the ball. Play it out to the left. Side from Turkmenistan, lose the ball, but win it also back. And that's a foul from Messi Boli. Yeah. You never had the ball as much as I'd like it. Yeah. And very, very high against Saparov. Meanwhile, Odisha nearly scored a third through Raimali. Nishu Kumar is getting ready. Side. Using every opportunity to waste time. And that's the third for Odisha FC. And they're saying substitution for Arkadag and Odisha score. And that should be game, set and match. Good goal there. From Hugo Bomus. This game is very similar to the Altin game, to be honest. Their style is similar to, Blue. I think they seem to be playing very pragmatic football in Turkmenistan. That seems to be working for them. Nishu Kumar comes in for Rakip. And Dory Elton with a chance for a fourth there for Odisha FC meanwhile in the ISL. If you're liking the conversations that we're having over here, to like the channel. Like the video. 22 likes so far. Thanks a lot, everyone. And if you want to share it with other people. And also, if you want to come back to the channel as well, we're at 2,324 at the moment. Thanks a lot for that as well. And again, a player down. Seems to be more serious. Pushing and shoving on the field. You can see that situation. Messi volley, yeah. Even time wasting is similar. Yeah, very interesting. Atayev gets a yellow card. And he's like, I didn't do anything, ref. The server. Arkadag. We're in the last minute of the game. Arkadag are trying to take the advantage home to Turkmenistan. Big advantage if they are able to get that 1-0 foul given for East Bengal. Last. Thank God Gill didn't get the red. It would be absolutely over then. Yeah, most probably blue. Cleared by Arkadag. Put back into the danger zone. Throw in. Still no info. At least I haven't seen anything of how many minutes of added time. Look at that. Intercept the ball. Nishu Kumar. Arkadag clear their lines. Let's see the foul from. Ooh, Shovik, that's a nasty one. Should have brought in Nanda. I should have always said. So this where Nanda has been. The less I say, the better. I think Mahesh is the only one which gave me a little bit of hope, football-wise, but the rest, if Nanda is your hope, then we are honest. We're in injury time. East Bengal 1 goal down against Arkadag FK. Very disappointing game. Sal Crespo with the ball. Plays it. Vishnu plays it back to his captain. Arkadag clear their lines. Nice little combining football from Arkadag, but Shovik intercepts. Jackson. Nice. Ball back to the keeper. Gill. Chununga gets past his first man, but not the second. Throw in East Bengal. Long throw in. Not even Hector Yuste and Sal Crespo in the box. Chununga, good attempt. Hoppala. And now to drop. Chance maybe for East Bengal. Blocked. Arkadag. And that's going to be a throw in for the guests. No more live today. No, Vijit, this will be the only live that I'm doing today. And no audio. For audio is fine, right? I don't know what the goalkeeper is down. You are audible. Thanks, Blue, for the feedback. It's just disappointing. Huh? What are you guys feeling? Huh? Did you hope, expect more from East Bengal FC? Let me know. Kariev, the keeper. They came to do a job, and it seems like Arkadag have done that. Disappointing to say the least of East Bengal FC. Very, very disappointing. We're in the 5th minute of added time. Yeah, would have loved to have talked about something else than this today. Rather a East Bengal win. But not with the ball. Crespo, Mahesh, blocked, throw in East Bengal. Okay, problem on yeah. Thought at least they will score. Yeah, would have thought. Trying to combine themselves forward. East Bengal losing the ball. Let's see if Arkadag has one more chance in this game, maybe. Nishu with the ball. Foul on Richard Sellis. No, sorry, Messi Boli. How East Bengal played. Obijit, the less we speak about it, the better, I would say. It is terrible football from East Bengal FC, I would say. Not good enough at this level, at Asian level. Yeah. But now, Sal Crespo. Yeah, and wanting to hit the keeper. Of course, he's done the most out of it as well. Disappointing. I just have to say disappointing. I would have hoped East Bengal could get something out of this foreign their away tie. But this is just not good enough. Blue says almost. Yeah, it is just not good enough. Just not good enough what East Bengal. It was already 8 minutes over. I actually don't know how good they are. I don't think they played their best football today. So to win this game. That's all I can say. You know. Cleared by Arkadag. Nishu Kumar. Long attempt wide. Still not over. And that's it. East Bengal FC suffer. Yeah, deserving. It's a 0-1 loss to Arkadag Football Club in in this tie. Disappointing to say the least. Rusha said sub of Mahesh in return leg. I don't want to single him out. He ruined build-ups today. Rusha, tell me someone, who's played better, who could have played better. I think that's my question. Mahesh at least has something where you hope. Miss Bangalore FC versus Johor DT. Yeah, those were the days, Abhijit. Hannibal says money wasted. We all wasted 19 rupees today. Wasted 19 rupees. Fan code sub money wasted. But again, some is wisely spent. Again, even if you watch a match live and go to a stadium, you never know if it's going to be good or bad. But this is very, very disappointing. But Arkadag did just the basics right. I think Blue said it a little earlier. Very things, and one has to be honest enough to say that they just did enough to win this game today, and East Bengal couldn't. And East Bengal never really showed up for this game, and the guests. The guests just did more than enough to win this, and I think if they tried more, I think they could have won by two or maybe 3 goals, and that's the disturbing factor in my opinion when I look at this game. That's I don't know. It's just very, 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 very disappointing to say the least. Why East Bengal played bad day at the office, or they're not good enough in general? Abhijit, I don't know if it was a bad day in the office, but the first fact is they're not good enough. Players maybe all are overrated. You can't single anybody out in regard to quality or not, but this is the quality of Indian football. And they could have played for another 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours, 12 hours. I don't think East Bengal would have scored against them. and break a sweat really, right? That's the yeah, the um, yeah, they were totally exposed. Is Anwar out of the season? Supposedly only 2 weeks. Late. I'm fine with him missing the India matches. I'd rather have someone else standing in there because Anwar Ali has been bad this season overall. So let's be honest about it. East Bengal spent a lot of money. Even if you saw Jeekson today, this is not the Jeekson that I've seen in the past. Whose performance was good in East Bengal? Best foreigner. Abhijit, there's no one good. There is no one good to take out. It was terrible. I actually wrote in my tweet, a terrible performance by the red and gold. And this is just a fact. They were just not good enough, period. They were bad. That is my concern if I look at a game like this. A team like East Bengal can play a football like this. This is just not good enough, right? So for me, this was a very, very, very bad. Shovik was better than the rest. Showed intent, yeah. But Rishabh, showing intent is nice to have when you have something to showcase. But intent is just that when there is a lack of quality, even intent, yeah. Where will Mohun play in next season? What do you mean by that, Abhijit? By where will they play next season? It gets really difficult when one side just goes into defensive mode and sits in their own half. Any team can do that, if they like it, if it's their style, they can play that way, right? So to me, that was they did it. It worked for them. It worked for them. It worked tactically for them, and East Bengal, right? And if that's Glory Dolphins, yeah. Continental is AFC Champions League too. Utkarsh, by played well, who do you mean? By played well, who do you mean? It's looking funny football in front of a class football. Crosses. It is an ISL match that the class team, whatever other teams won ACL 2 and ACL Elite. Sambo, Arkadag is, I don't know how good they are. After this match, I can't say it, but they just did the basics right. They focused on the basics. They were not pushing too much because if they were, if they were pushed, I don't know. I think they could have done more. I think they didn't even, if they played this match, I felt in second gear and could have gone up to third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Is East Bengal out? No, they aren't. There is an away tie next in Turkmenistan. And that would be interesting then to see what, if anything, East Bengal can do in Turkmenistan against Arkadag. 1-goal deficit. They're playing at home. Weather, home conditions. Yeah. How was the Odisha FC? Candid FC, I think, having already qualified for the playoffs, are not pushing. Odisha showing a lot of intent. I think also want to prove people wrong after all that's been said about them in the last few weeks. So that's this type of performance must be insult. Please bring sub for today's match. Yeah, I think it's an insult to every Indian football fan in one way or the other, but also a reality of where we stand. And that is something. So therefore, for me, yeah, yes, exactly. If they wanted, they can score easily 3-4 goals. They rarely came for attack, and if I'm not wrong, they scored the first goal of their first attack. Yes, if I'm right, yeah. Dead game cricket is better. Pranjal, you might say that. Uh, um, yeah, I will always support football. So yeah. SB Sports Exchange says they represented India very well done, very good. Reality, ISL, AFC, Indian Football Club's performance not up to AFC level. Even FC Goa, Mumbai City FC, Mumbai couldn't succeed in international stage. It is not succeeding. Succeeding is a big word, right? If I look at the last 4 or 5, I see FC Goa's performance in the Champions League. I see Mumbai City's performance in their first year in the Champions League, right? I see even Odisha's performance last season in the Champions League. Um, it's okay, but this is again more is standard is nowhere near Asian standards. But yeah. East Bengal or Imami East Bengal wasted all the energy and resources on over and effed up their entire team. I wouldn't only say that. I think Irama, I would go to the extent of saying that um, that they wasted their resources or overpaid a lot of players and they never built a team. They tried to build a first 11, but they will get you the result. That's my whole problem with this East Bengal squad now, that they were unable to build a team which can really create something, right? That's at the end of the day, that's the problem, right? Um, I would say that's of this game is um, that East Bengal were never in it in the sense that there was will, desire, all of that is there, yes. But was it? It wasn't good. It just simply wasn't good enough, right? That's my concern. It simply was just not good enough today to be able to compete. Coming from off season, they've only had friendly games, trained a little bit, and East Bengal, yeah, I don't know. Do you think Mumbai City FC has done better job in Asian competitions than the rest of ISL clubs? I, in the first year of the with 2 wins, 2 draws, they were very unlucky not to progress to the knockouts. And the other clubs are not even close, right? At that level, and we're talking about Champions League. We're not talking about the second. We're now down to the third tier of international football. So from that perspective, surely Mumbai City did a better job. That's not saying also FC Goa did a better job. AFC Cup did a very good job last year. So therefore, these are all realities. And yeah, if I like it, you like it or not, that's it. East Bengal fans for Bharat Shera Noy Bharat Shera Club. Yeah, and again, all this big talk is BS because you're not Bharat Shera, you are Bharat's embarrassment, I would rather say, right? Our reactions and motor skills are much less than Turks. Turkmen's Renal. Turks are from Turkey. It's a player education issue. The result we see now is the work of the last 15 years. We will have to be realistic considering this. True. That's the biggest challenge, I think, is that the system needs to grasp of where we stand, where we are, and what our problems are, and are we willing to accept that we are nowhere near. That's my big concern at the moment. If I look at this today, a Turkmen side, it's everything compared to them is worse. That's the reality. And I on the field, right? I have to add that fact. Yeah, disappointing to say the least. I'd hoped more. I'd hoped for much more from East Bengal, but And yeah, if you have any more observations, throw them at me. But otherwise, I'll slowly try and come to the end. If you haven't, but you like the conversation, do leave a like behind, share it with others. If you want to subscribe to the channel, we're at 2,325 today. Thank you very much, everybody. And yeah, join our daily discussions where we try and dissect Indian football and speak about Indian football in its current scenario, looking forward to the future. And and what could, what should, what needs to happen, because this today wasn't good enough. This was surely not good enough for any Indian club, but especially for a club like East Bengal FC, where I have said, they have actually a decent pedigree at Asian level. Just shows that this was just simply not enough as a challenge at this level, and it's very, very disheartening, disappointing to see East Bengal to the way Arkadag played, finding no solutions to create things, right? And that is something where I say, yeah, very, very disappointing. Yeah, I slowly come to the end of this watch along today. Very disappointing. East Bengal FC suffered a 0-1 loss to Arkadag FK in the AFC Challenge League quarterfinals first leg. They have to go next Wednesday for the return leg. And yeah, let's hope. That's the only thing that is left. Meanwhile, 81 minutes, Jamshedpur FC 0, Odisha FC. It seems to be Odisha FC will put pressure on Mumbai City ahead of their last two final league games. Mumbai City on Friday face the Kerala Blasters, and then plays Arkadag is like a lower mid-table ISL club. Nah, Palash, they are much better than that. Don't underestimate them. Don't overestimate the quality of the ISL. And so I'll come to the end of this. See, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll be doing another live tomorrow, a normal way, and then yeah, wish you all the best. As I said, like, share, and subscribe. Arunfoot here on YouTube, on my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com, and I'll be back tomorrow.